again, everyone. Welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host, Derailious, and today...
To understand this video, I must give my definition of reliable first. I believe that reliable means someone or something that you can always come back to that you trust will deliver what you are seeking. Now that the definition I will be going by throughout this entire video is out of the way, let's dive into what makes Durelius so reliable. Before we can understand this though, we have to start all the way at the beginning. Durelius, or as I will be calling him throughout this video, Rail, has been on the YouTube grind for years. He sits at 75,000 subscribers and has been insanely consistent throughout his career. There is one major setback, but that will be for later. Hello, I'm Lucid, and welcome back to the series I'm working on that's covering Skyblock YouTubers who have had a positive impact on Skyblock content in the community. For today's episode, we are going with my favorite Skyblock YouTuber, Durelius. A little background about Durelius before we dive deep into his history first though. Durelius is the #1 subscribed to news channel dedicated to Hypixel Skyblock. Luckily, we can get even more background than I could give you because I pulled off getting an interview with him. So I had to like get these questions on the spot because I wasn't really prepared for it because I didn't think it was gonna happen. So the first question I had was what inspired you to start creating content?
I'm gonna be honest with you, like as flatly honest as possible. I always wanted to be a content creator, and like that was just like a dream I had growing up. And I'd be lying if I didn't like pick it because I thought it would be a lucrative job. Unironically, like I hate to be like, oh, I'm such a money hungry guy, but like that was a big aspect of it for me. It's like I always thought about it from the perspective of like, how can I turn the work that I'm doing on YouTube into something that actually like could retire me in the future or retire my family or my parents or whoever, you know? Like that was a big part of getting started on YouTube, and like why I went into Skyblock News specifically. I was like, this is a niche that no one else is interested in or no one else is doing. I could take over and just do it and it'll be good money. Yeah. That was the big thing.
Yeah. Well, I still think it's crazy. Like you wanted to retire off of it and you chose Skyblock.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Skyblock?
At the time, so in 2020, like when I actually got into it, like the theoretical like upper bound for Skyblock was a lot higher than I feel like it is right now. You know, like right now you can get into it, you can probably get to 50K, but I think past that point it becomes a little bit harder. Back then, like there were people who pulled up out of nowhere and they got like 500,000 views off of XYZ video. So I really thought, like, given, you know, at the time we had been told we didn't really have the years of like, oh, no foraging update, no XYZ update. Like we weren't in such a situation where we didn't believe or have as much faith in the team. So I believed that if the game like continued to do well, if they were able to actually deliver on updates in 2020, 2021, it could hit 100K concurrence like pretty often, I thought, and then balloon past that. So I figured, you know, if you get a game that big, you can do like a news content daily show and get it like to 100K daily views, which I felt like was good enough for something like that.
Yeah, man, I do miss the old Skyblock, bro. I was like in 6th grade when that shit happened, bro.
Dude, I was in like sophomore year of high school. I think when it was like, oh, okay, man. Well, listen, I just graduated college like a month ago.
How old are you? 23?
No, I'm 22.
Oh my god. The next question is, are you gonna continue your Iron Man series?
Jade, are we gonna continue the Iron Man series?
Yes, I've been doing Iron Man stuff when I stream. Okay,
so we're gonna continue the Iron Man series.
Good. Are you hopeful for the future of Skyblock, and how long do you think the game will be around?
I am. I hate that I still am. I probably shouldn't be given like the circumstances, but I really think like now that foraging is out, they really will be able to crank out like a lot more updates and output and things like that. I think the game reasonably could be around indefinitely, like another 5 years. I think bare minimum. I think if they are able to like keep on updating the game, keep on getting content going, as long as Minecraft remains popular, which I see no reason for it to fall off, it'll be fine.
All right, the final question. Are you ready?
Mm.
All right, femboys or tomboys?
All right, it was really great talking to you. You know, I had a great conversation. I feel like we talked quite a bit here, and you know, man, I don't know. I really appreciate the conversation, and tomboys, and I'll see you later.
That's enough of that, or else my retention is going to go down. If you want to see the full, unedited, raw interview, it was streamed live on my Twitch, and there will be a video link in the description for the unlisted video so you can watch the whole thing. Let's jump right back into Derailious. What? That sounds weird, bro. Some aspiring content creators just blow up overnight, but for Durelius, it was the opposite. He started out by making Skyblock guide content, which isn't too far off of what we know from him now. He posted his first video on September 1st, 2020, and has been consistently growing since then. One of the things he improved along the way was his thumbnails. In this first era, they were rather basic, just a screenshot with a black bar with text on the top. It would take a while for him to eventually transition to news content, but when he did, he knew it would be the content type for him. The first quote-unquote news-related video was about 2 new engines that were in Japieeh's inventory. This is quite different from what he's doing now, but I feel like this is where the spark came from for his new branch of content. The moment he started making news videos was the moment he found his true calling. Although he kept posting guides for a bit, after the video about the enchants, he'd eventually go back to news type content and making a video titled Hypixel Skyblock Plasma Flux Power Orb, New Midas Staff, New Dark Auction Items, Scorpius Update. And this is where he truly started to dive deeper in the news content, because the video right after this one was also about a Skyblock update, which was covering a few new items including the Builder's Wand. From this point forward, he sprinkled in news content, but eventually there started to be less and less guides and more news. Whenever the admins announced a new update, the first man on the job is Durelius. No one else beats him to covering these new updates, and he is consistent with this throughout his entire career. He started averaging more and more views and was consistently growing. The thumbnails got upgraded during this time too. Instead of it just being the screenshot with a black text box, it was more detailed, showing off more of what the video had to offer. This was very successful for him because he was really the only one that was consistently covering these updates in a shorter video format. I don't mean 60-second slot videos when I say that. I mean more of like a 4 to 6 minute long video. This was helpful to the viewers so they could get more of a grasp of what updates had to offer without having to go and dig for the forums themselves, because the update posts are really hard to find. To this day, I still don't think I have found any of these forum posts without using a Durelius video. He kept on posting these types of videos until he reached an impressive 50,000 subscribers. What would a news channel be without any personality sprinkled in? Durelius didn't only post news, he also posted other interesting videos like video essays about Skyblock. He'd continue sprinkling in these other content types and even made a series with his girlfriend which they were playing on the Iron Man game mode. He also made a few tier lists and his thoughts on updates as they were coming out. These obviously weren't doing as well as the other videos because that wasn't really what people were there to see, but nonetheless, he continued uploading unique content like this. With what seems to be a common trend with Skyblock content creators, he decided to take a step back from the game. From what I can gather, he stopped uploading for a year. It is hard for me to pinpoint the exact moment he quit, because he deleted his video about quitting. I asked him about it, and he said the TLDR was I was extremely worried about the game's direction and was frankly a bit immature about it. I also was about to start college and didn't have the ability to easily make content. Luckily, we can do a little bit of investigation to find out when he quit by just comparing the upload dates at around when he quit. His last video before his long break was named Crystal Hollow's Full Guide, which was uploaded on July 14th, 2021. And we wouldn't see more of him until June 12th, 2022. Eventually though, he would come back to Skyblock and keep on grinding. His fan base is extremely loyal to him, and I can see why. I mentioned earlier that he was my favorite Skyblock YouTuber, and that wasn't because of the content he makes, it was from him as a person. The reason I say this is because he showed me support a while back when it seemed as if no one else cared. I'm not going to speak more on that matter, that's all the information you'll get for now. Durelius is probably one of the most genuine YouTubers in the scene, and the audience he cultivated represents that perfectly. His audience is full of great people who want to do right inside the community, and honestly, I don't think you could ever ask for a more positive fan base like his. If you were to look in the dictionary and find the word reliable, Durelius would show up right next to it. He has always been on top of his posts when it's about Skyblock updates, helping the more casual players grasp what new content the game has. He also is really genuine and is willing to help whenever he can. I think these are great attributes for a YouTuber to have, and it really shows how reliable he is. Personally, I believe that Rail has truly earned everything he has. He consistently uploaded for years, reaching a staggering 809 videos. He is the #1 channel to go to when it comes to figuring out a new update. The content type that Durelius is doing is a huge boot to fill, and he does it flawlessly. Did you know that only 2% of you guys are subscribed? Please subscribe, it'd mean the world to me, and I want to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of July. This video was shorter because Derailious also hasn't really been in any controversies. There hasn't been any secrets that he has hidden that people have dug up. There's like all these things that he hasn't done, which I think is good, because if he has done these things, I don't think he'd be as reliable as I think he is. Make sure to like and subscribe and join the Discord in the description. I'm going live 100 days in a row, and you can get the notification every single time I go live in my Discord. And I'll put my Twitch in the description too if you are interested. Durelius is the GOAT. And thank you guys so much for watching, and this was by Lucid.